super happy. I'm super stoked.
You should be.
I mean, I can't wait to see what the advantage is.
Yeah.
I hope this advantage gives me the chance to show the judges what my culture's about. Show them that African cuisine should be on TV and that I'm the right person to be doing that.
I'm going.
Look at this place.
Walt Disney Concert Hall. This is the mecca for arts and entertainment in downtown LA, and I'm just so thrilled to be here.
Here we are at Patina Restaurant at the Music Center in downtown Los Angeles.
This is a great honor to cook at Patina. And it's a very well-respected restaurant next to one of the most beautiful structures in the entire city.
The Music Center is one of the largest and most prestigious performing arts centers, with 4 iconic theaters, including Walt Disney Concert Hall, which is right next to the restaurant.
During this competition, we have been trying to clarify your personal style.
So we've come up with a little experiment.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Enough already with these little experiments. Let me do me.
Giada and I have been trying to find perfect matches between your 8 different cooking styles.
And we've come up with 4 pairs of compatible cooks.
I've been a team player my whole life, with sports, so I feel like I can adapt to anybody that I work with.
It's time to pair up. Jay, we think you could make something really great with Emilia.
Yay! I love Big J. He has been nailing these presentations. This is where I know I have a leg up on the competition.
Arnold, I think you'd be a fabulous partner with Michelle.
Oh, yes! I am so happy that I have Arnold.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
That's the one person I was hoping not to work with. I want to work with someone today that has a knowledge of working around a professional kitchen as opposed to, let's say, a home cook.
And this is a no-brainer. Alex and Eddie, I think you guys would be great together. So that leaves Dom and Rue.
All right, Dom.
Do it, girl. So, Rue, you won the Mentor Challenge. And this is where your advantage comes into play. Now, if you're not happy with your partner, Dom, you may choose someone else.
Come on, Rue. Come on. My telekinesis is sending vibes.
It's important to think strategically because one of you guys are going home after this challenge.
Okay. I'm going to switch Arnold and Dom.
Yes. Praise Jesus.
I knew that I wanted Arnold because I know that we can really blend well together with our flavors.
So you're taking Arnold, and then Dom is with Michelle.
We were both in the bottom last week. It's not a great mental space to be in because it does change the way you present yourself.
Now that you're matched up, of course we're gonna need someone to sample your creations. So we're bringing in a familiar face from Food Network, the host and mentor of the Food Network series, Worst Cooks of America, Anne Burrell.
Hi, everybody.
Anne Burrell has developed her wizardry in the kitchen into all sorts of gigs on Food Network.
Blending culinary styles in the kitchen can be a big challenge. But when it works, the result can be really tasty and very memorable. The dinner hour will begin very soon at Patina. So that means each of you 4 couples will put your culinary styles together. And after we're done cooking, you will do a 2-minute presentation to our guests.
Eddie and I are gonna have to make a dish that incorporates both of our culinary styles. We've been successful cooking together, so it's a great matchup.
You're gonna be cooking for a very appropriate event, an exclusive Match Stir event. That's gonna be held right here at Patina.
Match, as you know, is the pioneer online dating community, and there'll be 40 Match singles.
I actually have a lot of experience with online dating. So if you don't have really good food, it can potentially ruin a date.
So you have 1 hour to create the perfect culinary blend of your styles. And your time starts now.
Holy cow.
I was thinking like a jerk chicken, a jerk fish banh mi with the escovitch pickles.
We can do chicken.
Okay,
Let me get the protein.
that's fine, and the bread.
Jerk chicken sandwich? Absolutely. We get 60 minutes in teams of 2 to cook, and all flavors are all POV into one cohesive dish. I'm gonna get working on the dry rub, all right?
All right, let's get that dry rub. How do you generally make your escovitch pickles?
I try to use a little, whatever kind of fruit juice that I have.
The dish that Eddie and I are creating is a jerk chicken banh mi with an escovitch-style daikon pickle on top to give it that Vietnamese crunch. I'll do a banh mi-style pickle, and I'll add a little fruit juice in there. Eddie has a Caribbean POV, and the escovitch-style pickles from Jamaica are very similar to the daikon pickles they serve in Southeast Asia.
I went to Jamaica. You know they have a huge Asian population.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah.
Can we do polenta?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I do pork loin.
Right.
You do the polenta.
Okay.
We kind of do a play on grits and griots there, which
Yeah.
is a very Cajun Creole Louisiana dish.
Right.
Grits and griots is kind of like shrimp and grits, but griots are usually cooked down pieces of pork or veal.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Jay and I are cooking a Cajun spiced pork loin over creamy polenta and a balsamic reduction over Brussels sprouts.
Let's keep it simple.
Right? Jay comes up with a great idea to do grits, and we compromise and do polenta since polenta is really tapping into my Italian heritage. I think it's the perfect blend of who Jay and I are.
Guys, we have 33 minutes left.
Thank you.
Okay, so the flavors that I'm going to do on this are flavor profiles and spices that we would do in South Africa.
Right. The dish we're making today is an African and Thai-inspired surf and turf. I'm gonna express my, South Asian influences with lemon roasted vegetables and a curried ginger coconut carrot puree. Rua's gonna get to use her flavor profiles on the proteins. She got dinged for her flavor profiles being a little bit bland. So I just hope that she can pull this off. You're using coriander?
Coriander, cumin. I've got paprika, I've got cayenne, I've got ginger.
Beautiful.
Generally, it takes me a lot of time to really bring out Southern African flavors. So I hope I'm having enough time.
Taste one, Mama.
They're really crunchy though.
Let's save them for service. Get them back again. I can get them back in 5 minutes.
Okay. Arnold and I are not going to present first. We want people to get this as it's cooked. We want the steak to be perfectly rare. We want the vegetables to still have a crunch. So we're going to fire a lot of our ingredients right before we serve.
Is there arborio rice in here? My first instinct is let's make a risotto. Whatever kind of flavors Michelle wants to use to bring the two cultures together, risotto is the perfect vessel to do it in.
What are your flavors that you're putting inside of there? Because
All right. Whatever you want. I'm making risotto.
okay, but tell me where you want me to go with my flavors because I'm going to put it. I got to balance it out with whatever you're making.
And
with
that's why risotto is perfect because it's a blank canvas.
This is supposed to be a team challenge, and Dom is not
responding to me. Dom, what if for height we make some Parmesan crisps?
Parmesan and shellfish? Any Italian chef will know. Shellfish and cheese don't go together. There's no way I'm gonna compromise on these basic principles. It's gonna be a simple, delicious risotto. It's gonna be delicious, seasoned shrimp marinated with your flavors. I'll even finish the risotto with yogurt if you want me to finish the risotto with yogurt.
Let me get some Greek yogurt.
In order to make sure that Michelle's food doesn't put me on the bottom this week, I'm gonna keep an eye on every piece of food she makes along the way.
Yeah.
Michelle and I are making a lemon-scented risotto with Mediterranean-style shrimp. As long as each one of us can prepare our components successfully, then there shouldn't be a problem.
Dom, let me taste.
Just make the food and let's get this done.
Great.
Okay, so it's the Dom show, and Michelle is the dumb sidekick.
How is that risotto going to cook when it's time for service?
I got it.
Okay.
If all you're going to let me do is make shrimp, I am going to make those the best damn shrimp that anybody's ever had in their life, that when they taste them, they say, Michelle made those shrimp, and that's her culinary point of view.
Talk over. You ready for this, baby?
I'm ready, babe. Jay and I are the first to go. The judges and match singles are waiting for us. Look, we're finishing each other's sentences.
Guess it's working out. Let's do this.
We have 15 minutes to plate 40 dishes and get them all out to the dining room.
Joachim, thanks so much for turning over Patina to us for the night.
My pleasure. Thanks. So we've got 2 minutes. I want us to do a little bit of back and forth, playful, interacting with each other instead of I talk for a minute, you talk for a minute. That gets boring.
Right.
We're presenting to 40 match singles, and I want them to feel some chemistry. I want them to feel some passion. I want them to feel like they're gonna get some warmth from our food. Whenever you're ready with polenta.
Polenta's good.
I need to get the pork out.
Let's get a lot of that pork sauce in it. I'm seeing Jay cook the meat. All of pans are overcrowded, which means they might make them inconsistently cooked.
Hurry up, I might need you to help plate pork loin.
Got it. Time is running out. I'm worried we're not even gonna get the pork on all of the plates, but I know we're not gonna get any of the sauce on any of the plates, and that's where a lot of that spice and flavor is. Time is up, and there's no panache, there's no sauce. I hope our flavors come through, and I hope our presentation is able to turn this around.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, Match. My name is Jay Dakota. I'm from Louisiana, and one of my favorite dishes back there is called grits and griots. It's grits and then some sort of braised pork. Today, I made for you a pork tenderloin that's been braised in some white wine and some butter that's also full of Cajun spices.
I'm Amelia Cirker, and I like flavors that are really bold and spicy. And a secret, it's not grits, it's polenta. So we're adding a little of my Italian heritage into this really well-composed dish. Jay and I work so well together. The judges see that. Now let's keep this momentum going. I was in the online dating world myself, so I started an online blog and started hashtagging about all these lovely gentlemen. Like the one time the guy knew my little brother, stood up without saying a word and left. Never to be seen again, true story.
Thank y'all very much.
Thank you guys so much, good luck.
Good job.
Oh my God. So Anne, what did you think of them?
It did seem like they were having a good time, and they sort of explained how they worked together. But when they were talking about big flavors and big personalities, I find that extraordinarily lacking on the plates.
Dish is missing sauce, character, a little bit garlic.
And I'm looking at everyone's piece of pork, and it's all cooked incredibly differently.
Polenta is very light, fluffy.
They were so fun. I just thought there was going to be a little bit more spark.
All right, next team is up.
All right, so what are we thinking for this presentation?
I have a really cool story behind the jerk chicken part.
Okay, perfect. Eddie, why don't you follow me with daikon pickles? Ooh, I love that smell.
I want to immediately tell my story and get the crowd involved.
Good.
Because Alex talked the whole time last week, I have to make sure I talk first. My name is Eddie Jackson, and I am from Houston, Texas. And jerk chicken is my favorite. I love it so much that I went on Match and I found a Jamaican girl. Not really, she's actually mixed with Chinese. We met at P.F. Chang's. But seriously, she really educated me on the big Asian influence in Jamaica. So we made a jerk chicken banh mi, which is jerk chicken from Jamaica.
And the banh mi reminds me of my love story. And it's about a chef who bought a one-way ticket to Southeast Asia and fell in love with banh mi sandwich with all the spicy chilies and the wonderful pickled daikon and that nice, rich 5-spice meat. And they've lived happily ever after since.
And you can see that this is a match made in heaven. Enjoy. I think that the crowd gets it. We're making them laugh. Enjoy, everyone. Enjoy.
Thank you.
And they're definitely going to see some Asian Jamaican love on that plate.
I loved them. I love this dish.
I like the chicken. It's very flavorful. It makes me want to keep eating it.
Alex and Eddie did a great job infusing both their styles together.
And this is like a bromance banh mi, if you ask me.
I like that.
I like that, yeah.
I thought that they, if they hadn't been friends before, I think they're going to be friends from now on.
We decide not to cook until service, so we don't have that much time.
We're gonna get a beautiful sear on that steak, yeah?
Yeah, the single most important component of this dish is the protein.
Get it, Rue, come on, baby.
I'm rushing through it, so I'm a little worried they won't cook through.
Come on, Rue, get that steak on for me, please.
Tell me which plates are ready for steak.
Just go.
Before we know it, time is up. All right. And we haven't discussed what we're going to say and how we're going to say it. But if I just connect Southern Africa and Thailand, we'll be fine. Good evening.
Hello.
Hi.
We present a land and sea African Asian surf and turf.
Surf and turf.
Surf and turf.
Nothing, I think, screams more than date night than a surf and turf dish. There's something for everybody on that. So I think what we have is this perfect marriage. Do you want to talk about the flavors? I turn it over to Rue and I let her speak a little bit and hope that she gets to the food profiles.
I lived in Thailand, and it's, you know, the land of smiles. And in South Africa, we are also known as a culture of like joyful oneness. So on this plate, you're seeing a land of smiles and the joyful oneness of South Africa.
Talk about the food a little bit, please.
So we hope you enjoyed your match mixer.
None of the components got described. So that could be a little downfall for us.
What do you think, Joachim?
The fillet of beef is not seasoned, it's not seared, the cut is tough.
It's like this carrot is like a crudité.
The plate is beautiful, and then it has no flavor. It's just almost unreal. Rue, she didn't really talk about her South African flavors and what she was bringing to the table.
I didn't get any Thai, and I don't think I got South African.
Yeah.
I didn't get much.
Yeah. Dom, so we know I'm gonna start that first minute.
Make a brief connection, and in my time,
You got it.
I'll finish out with another connection between ours, and also, obviously, you know, just the whole setup of the day.
I let Dom take charge in the kitchen, but I know that he gets nervous when he presents.
So I'm going to take charge of the presentation. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Together, what we've created for you is a creamy and delicious risotto with a roasted red bell pepper puree, topped with some succulent shrimp.
She names and describes all the components on the plate. So now I have nothing to talk about regarding the food that I made.
Hopefully, it brings together a match made in heaven for everybody here tonight.
I'm gonna have to come up with something on the fly, but that's not what we talked about. Like a true marriage, the husband can't get a word in edgewise.
What did he just say?
I made a zesty lemon risotto, flavored with a little bit of Greek yogurt at the end to kind of bring the Mediterranean and Italian together. Also with Michelle's fragrant, delicious shrimp. I think that we definitely had the perfect match for you guys tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What's up, baby? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
How did it go, guys?
Okay. I don't know. I think Dom's upset, but I'm not sure what he's upset about. I thought
You described all of the food that I made. You didn't leave me anything to say.
That was painful to watch.
It was painful to watch them.
And now you're having pain eating their food?
Painful to eat the overcooked risotto. The risotto is by 30 minutes overcooked.
The shrimp actually has really wonderful flavor. I like the fresh herbs. I think it's well seasoned. I think they're well cooked.
And I think I might like them individually. They definitely were not a match.
More like, I think we should be friends.
Yeah, right.
And they don't seem like they really like each other.
That was not a team scenario out there. And then
Dom,
it was
never a team scenario from the beginning, my dear. It was the Dom show telling Michelle what to do.
You took all the descriptive words of how can
I'm sorry that your vocabulary isn't that excelled, like that you can't make up your own things.
You couldn't even appropriately cook chicken last week.
You were on the bottom last week too, my friend.
I thought this whole day was supposed to be about love. This is like a domestic dispute.
And guess what? I quit. I'm done.
Oh, come on with the drama.
I have a family, and I don't want to teach my kids that this is the way that you work.
That's right. That's not the way that you work.
Michelle, why don't you just sit down?
Just listen.
My divorce was way prettier than what's happening right now. For all we know, this is the last we're gonna see of her.